Yes, YouTubers. All right, people. Thank you for tuning in today for Real Talk. Give me 1 second here. Let's get our technical stuff, ready here. All right. So thank you for tuning in, to Real Talk with Kingsley Ogudere. And there's a lot of things going on. I'm trying to basically bring attention to the incompetence of Nigerian basketball. The administration, the federation, it's ridiculous. I couldn't take it anymore. If you guys don't mind, I'm coordinating with some people here. So let me send them a link so they know that I couldn't get the feed, my direct live feed going. I'm not sure what's going on. I'm not the technical genius that I appear to be, but it's really, really sad. This is 6 o'clock in the morning here in California. I was supposed to start this stream at 6 a.m. and it's like 6:30 now, almost 6:30. Like I said, I have some technical difficulties, so I do appreciate you guys staying with me. But honestly, it breaks my heart. Like this is a very personal thing for me. If you watch my channel, you know that I'm a former basketball player. I'm not a drafted, pick or something of that nature. I was one of those guys that worked his butt off, right? I taught myself how to, play, for the most part, and just literally worked so I can get an opportunity to be able to play. And to tell you, as somebody that has gone to the World Championship, I was very, very lucky to play for Nigeria, where it opened up a lot of opportunities for me to, on the world stage. I got to play with, people like Manu Ginobili, against Argentina, right? This is a Hall of Famer, right? And he's checking me, So and we developed friendship over the years. When he would come into town with the San Antonio Spurs, we would have dinner sometimes. Like with my boy Ime Udoka, who was also on the Spurs. But make a long story short, I was one of those players that really, really worked, and to try to get to to the big stage. So I understand, the work behind it. When you get that opportunity, when you're going to the World Championship, it just gives you so much opportunity because you're playing against the best of the best of the best of the best of the world. And everybody's watching, agents, scouts, everybody. So it gives you, if you play well, right, and your team wins, it gives you an opportunity to get better jobs, better contracts, and even get into the NBA or WNBA, whatever you want to do. It literally gives you better opportunity. Now, the problem that I have is that the Nigerian national team, the women qualified. They won Africa. They were the champions of Africa. It's not easy, And after doing all of that, the administration, because they were infighting in the Nigerian Basketball Federation, surprise, surprise, they basically gave up the spot, said, oh, and believe me, this was to punish the girls because the girls had made a video, that they weren't paid, that the administration is bad, and they were fighting with the president. So it created a lot of, let's say the Nigerian, side. I know these guys. Nigeria is full of a lot of male chauvinist people, where they don't treat women accordingly, like very little respect for women at times, right? And what do? Oh, we're going to show those girls, right? They basically, created a situation where they wrote to the FIBA and said, hey, we have infighting in our organization. We need to clean it up. So we're going to give up the spot that the girls qualified for. Yeah, amazing. It is insane. A whole country like Nigeria. On top of that, our men's national team, anytime, this is the, Our men's national team, we were just on top. When I say we were just on top, a year ago, going into the Olympics, that's actually one of the reasons I started this channel, is to help promote Nigerian basketball, African basketball, bring attention to it. We were going, men and women going to the Olympics, representing Africa. I was like, wow, what a wonderful opportunity. We beat the USA team, the eventual gold medal. This is a USA dream, USA basketball. Do I have to tell you how good USA basketball is? The best in the world, best in the world. Kevin Durant, Jason Tatum, Lillard, they were all on that squad. I was there in Las Vegas. I flew down to Las Vegas so I can watch the Nigerian national team play against the USA basketball team. And to my surprise, they beat the USA team. They beat the USA team. I was shocked, elated, like, wow, Nigeria has really arrived at the national stage. But they have gone backwards since then. Very, very much backwards. So to the point that they didn't even qualify for the World Cup. Normally it's a given. You know, there's a qualifier in Africa. Mike Brown was our coach at the Olympics. Okay. They go to the qualifiers, change coaches. Our boy, Julius Wosu, who I played with, you know, former NBA player, former, you know, he's won more championship all over the world than I can probably count. The guy just wins everywhere. You know, 6'10", big body, just, you know, dunk. I mean, he was the ultimate guy. I mean, when you're playing. Brilliant mind as a coach. He had, you know, on like 2 days notice, he put a team together, flew down the Ministry of Sports, you know, gave him the head coach job for the Nigerian team. Like in a couple of days, he put a team together, you know, got them down there, and they finished on top of the stage, on top of their division, of the qualifiers. But what happens? Just like Nigeria, bad administration. What do? They replaced him. Replaced him with another coach. What was the reason? Well, they resolved that infighting. Ironically, they resolved that infighting right after the women gave up their spot and was replaced with Mali. The Mali team that replaced Nigeria was the girls that were fighting each other after Serbia beat them. In fact, if you want, you can check out my video on it. I have it on my channel here. The girls that were fighting, the Mali girls, that's the replaced, that was the team that replaced the Nigerian women's team. But back to the men. The men didn't qualify. They went to the qualifiers after they replaced the coach, Coach Julius. I think they won one game after that, and two more, you know, qualifiers that they went to for the World Cup. One game. So they, I think another game was they won by forfeit. So they won a total of 2 games and basically lost every other game, every game they played. Now they can't qualify for the World Cup. Can't. We are looking at newcomers, South Sudan. South Sudan has like 30 people in the whole country. 30 people. I'm exaggerating, but South Sudan has very, very, like their population. Let's look up population for South Sudan. You see how ridiculous this is. They are beating everyone. While a country like Nigeria with 150 million people, hi. It's sad. It's sad. So hang on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send the link on here. Let people know where I'm at. You know, I couldn't get the channel going on where we're supposed to be. So anyone that's trying to find me, they won't find me right now. So let's get them the right information so they know exactly where we are. So hang on. We'll be right back. All right, all right. It's been very interesting. So I want to kind of I want to keep going here. I want to let everybody know that I definitely appreciate the people that do tune in to to the program, that show us love. Please subscribe, like the channel. We appreciate your patronage. Now, Nigerian basketball, like I've been saying, it's a complicated situation. For the most part, they use Nigerian basketball like a piggy bank. It's no surprise that people fight like cats and dogs for the opportunity to be in leadership positions with our federation. I think it's pretty easy to tell that there's no accountability, for a lot of the stuff that takes place. Because if you can hire coaches, 4 coaches, for a male team, for one tournament, 4 different coaches, and you unilaterally make decisions, fire this person, hire this person without, consulting, boards, without, doing, the proper, the proper homework, the proper, process, it usually results in a turbulent situation. And right now, Nigeria has suffered. And what I mean, Nigeria has suffered to the extent that we don't have an international program right now. And I know a lot of people, are probably happy, even, former coaches, former players, former whatever, those people that are happy that our international program. I remember when they, jumped all over me for basically not wanting our girls, number one, to forfeit their spot. And the excuse that they gave were that they were going to focus on domestic programs for basketball. Can you imagine how ludicrous that sounds? And you actually had people that have coached the national team, that have supposedly sacrificed, agree, that we're trying to usurp power because we asked them not to ban our girls. Said if anything, if you have so much problem in the federation that these girls, going to the world championship are going to create even more problems for you, let us on the diaspora manage them, get them, the finances that they need. We're not asking you for money, right? Get them the finances that they need, get them the sponsorship, get them everything that they need to get them there so they can at least be able to compete. What did we get? We got pushback. Yes, can you imagine? We didn't ask them for the money that they steal. We said we'll raise our own money. Sorry ass small-minded people. And when I say sorry ass people, like it kills me. It kills me to know that these people, some of whom I respected previously, are so selfish and I want to be respectful somewhat, right? Because Nigerian customs, you don't cuss out your elders, but these motherfuckers need to be cussed out on the real. These people attacked us, including my own coach. That if we look closely, then you would see the names of this and names of that, and I don't even know what the fuck he was talking about. That's how small-minded these, yeah, yeah. My own coach attacked us. It was like, hey, you guys are trying to do this, you're trying to do that. Like, we're trying to take over the federation, a fucking federation that is not functioning. Well, you think we want your dollars? Because that's what you guys are stealing. You're not developing basketball. You've had 40 fucking years to develop domestic basketball. You've done shit. But we asked, okay, instead of banning these girls, let us manage them. Let us take control while you guys figure this shit out. You know what they were afraid of, right? Competence. They were afraid of competence. We're going to expose the fucking nonsense that you guys have been doing there for the last 40 years, calling it management of basketball. That's why you guys attacked us. That we're trying to steal the national team. Steal the national team. Some shit that you guys can't even fucking control. I get so frustrated, and the nerve of these people to minimize the sweat, the blood, the tears that athletes go through, as if it's normal. It's so easy that you can do it. Well, go do that shit. You got 150 million people in Nigeria and all over the world, right? Well, you're so freaking good. Why didn't you qualify to the World Championship right now? Brainless people. Yeah, this is basically what we have to deal with. This is the kind of nonsense that we have to deal with. It's very, very frustrating, y'all. I promise you, this is one of the most painful things that I have ever experienced, to watch other athletes that work so hard be denied an opportunity to at the world stage. And then our men, they have us losing to every single team out there. Ivory Coast, when I played, we used to beat Ivory Coast by 70 points. No disrespect to Ivory Coast. I know your basketball has come a long way, but we're regressing instead of progressing. Nigeria is regressing in basketball. And nobody cares. Truly, nobody cares. Nigerians don't care. The administration doesn't care. The people don't care. The government sure don't care. Our federation is incompetent. All everybody does is try to figure out a way that they can fight, get more money, fight, get more money. If I'm not the coach, nobody should be coaching. If I'm not the president, nobody should be president. If I'm not the vice president, nobody should be vice president. If I'm not the secretary, nobody should be the, you know what I mean? It's like some major nonsense. At the end of the day, the players suffer. The country suffers. It's not right. We have to do better. This is Real Talk with Kingsley Ogudere. Until next time, we have to do better. We must, or else there's no way that we can survive. I'm very, very sad about this. I watch everything that's been transpiring. By the way, if you're watching this, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. That way you can receive more content. We're working hard to develop this channel, so please help us out. But Africa is, if you don't know about Africa, it's a turbulent place with all kinds of things going on. And on top of it, on top of everything that's going on, we have to deal with incompetent administration. Previous coaches that are, for lack of a better word, trying to interject themselves back into the conversation as if they're the only relevant, part of Nigerian basketball. It's a fucking shame. You know, this is what happens when you put clowns in charge. Everything becomes a circus. When you have clowns in charge, everything becomes a circus. I said it. And that's exactly what Nigerian basketball is. We have clowns in charge. So this nothing but a circus theater. Circus theater is what we're having. Men suck, women, you know, as good as they are, they wouldn't even, they're not even allowed to go, you know, show their skills on that word stage. And our women could be in the medal round. That's Africa's best chance of getting in the medal round is our women. Nigerian basketball men, we have potential. We have immense amount of talent. We have so much players in the NBA that, you know, mixed with our young talent, we can wreck shop. But unfortunately, people do not have that vision. They do not have that vision to think that, oh, let's do this. There's only so much one man can say or do. Let those who have ear hear me. My dad used to say that, so I'll repeat it. Let him who has ear hear me, you know. So Africa, the giant of Africa, Nigeria, my people, it's you that I'm talking to right now, my people. You see, I'm starting to get gray. I'm becoming an old man. This is wisdom that I'm giving you. Wisdom. Change your fucking ways. If you don't, Nigerian basketball is going to die. And it's going to be a shame when people like South Sudan start beating us by 70 points. Ivory Coast start beating us by 70 points. What shame. With all of the talent that we have, all of the pride, all of the bravo manliness that we try to exhibit, to go out there and lose to teams that their population is not even the size of Lagos. That's what we're left with. But as long as the money is flowing in the pockets of the administrations, they don't give a shit. It will just be more circus. Remember what I said, as long as clowns are running the show, it's going to be a circus. This is Real Talk with Kingsley Ogudere. Please like and subscribe and listen.